Hey, welcome back, everybody. Sportsbook Review. This is February 28th. This is the Puckheads, and Scott Carter is not on assignment. He's back in the studio with us. Claims he went 4 for 4 last night on Twitter. Numbers don't lie, so I believe him. So
it's there.
Canuck Carter, we're going to verify that. And also joining us today, as usual, from Las Vegas, we have Dana Lane. Dana, how's everything going out there in Las Vegas, my friend?
Everything's great, man. A little under the weather today, but we're going to rock and roll and get some winners today, as usual.
The 28th of February. If you were born on the 29th, if I was born, I'd be 20 years old today.
You would be, and that's unbelievable. But make that happen. Is that possible?
Every 4 years, right?
Okay, well, talk about, let's get Pistol Pete involved.
Right.
Speaking of Pistol Pete, you got to check out the video we did yesterday in the driveway playing basketball. I'll leave it at that. Rutgers Park, he used to play in Rutgers Park in New York. We're talking about Upper West Side Slim. So he decided to put some moves on me, but you know what? Not once did he dribble. He is the epitome of traveling and doing it with absolute poetry and motion. So, but anyway, we're going to jump into some hockey. You threw me
actually,
off
I wouldn't be even 20. I'd be like 14 or 12.
There he goes.
Actually,
You'd
not
probably be 12.
4
you know
years.
what? God, I wish you'd go back on assignment.
Yeah.
Hey, Dana, how's everything been going recently on your picks and also on your articles for SBR?
Everything's going great. We're kind of treading water this month as far as the write-ups are concerned, and we got one more chance to have a winning month tonight. But overall, been fantastic. Just a little bit under 55%, and you get those every single day, in addition to the Puckheads twice a week.
Okay, well, that sounds very, very profitable as well. All right, let's just get it started. Scotty, since you've been out of the studio and on assignment, let's start it off with you. Hit us with your first pick, and do you have a confident one?
I'm going to go with over 5.5 plus 130 at Colorado at Philadelphia. I think it's going to be a shootout.
Colorado at Philly.
Yep, over 5.5 plus 130. It's going to be a high-scoring game. I watched Colorado play a couple of nights ago.
Who's the more desperate team in your eyes? Is it Philadelphia?
Colorado's definitely out of it, and they're just showcasing some of their talent. And it's probably a couple of those guys could be their last day in Colorado jersey. Because the trading deadline's tomorrow Eastern, right? 12 Eastern or
Well, I wanted
Eastern,
to bring that up also, Dana, with the trade deadline, just leering right overnight. Do you think there's anything happening that we may not be aware of right now? And when the puck drops tonight, do you think several of these games will be changed by the impact of trades?
Well, there's no doubt about it, Mike, and it's very easy to see. You're going to have some healthy scratches tonight for that very reason. We've already seen a bunch of deals. Shattenkirk went last night.
Yeah,
we've seen some pretty hefty deals go off before the trade deadline, so you'll get a good idea about which teams are looking to trade which players by some of the guys that will be a healthy scratch tonight.
And another thing to keep in mind, some of these players are getting traded are going to be in uniform right away. Shattenkirk, he's playing tonight. He is already, listed. He'll be playing. So, this is that big night in hockey, and it's actually been a big 3-4 weeks because there's been a lot of action. What do you think as far as moving forward with some of the trades that were made with some of the bigger teams and some of the coaching moves that we saw? Who might hold the edge as we're pushing towards, this playoff rush?
Well, I mean, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. You go.
Hell, you got to let him speak once in a while.
No, just really, really quick for me, Mike. I mean, if the Boston Bruins get in, I've said this a million times, if they get in with all the games in hand that other teams had on them, that means they are playing fantastic hockey. And that, let's not forget, they have a Vezina Trophy winner in goal. They are going to have to lean on him for sure. But that core of that 2011 team and sprinkled with a lot of fantastic players like David Pasternak, I think they're going to make a lot of noise in the playoffs if they get in.
Yeah, we had talked about that on we did some NHL futures
on
one of those days when you were out on assignment once again. And Dana was very, very high on Boston. I've been tracking them, and I still like that because if they get hot, they're going to be one of the hottest teams, if they're going in. It's going to be one of those teams that nobody's going to want to face them. Be like, that's the last team we want to face.
I hope they play Montreal. That'd be great to have the old coach.
Montreal. Montreal, anybody could beat that team right now. That team is a dumpster fire right now, buddy.
Their old coach coming back to haunt them. Oh, that could be great. And depends what Montreal does today. If they do something big, like get Matt Duchene from
I don't
Colorado.
think Montreal's going to be a threat anywhere. The way they played the last 10 games, buddy, I think literally a hockey team from college could beat the Montreal Canadiens
They won last night. Big four.
Well, they needed to.
3 goals.
They needed to.
Yeah.
I'm just on them. I mean, I like the Canadians, but they seem to fall into this pattern of inconsistency towards this stage of the year, and I think that's got to be dealt with. If not, you're going to continue to just settle for mediocrity. So
no, I agree. If they don't do anything in the trade deadline, I don't think they're going to go very far.
I don't either.
But I think if they do 1 or 2 good deals today or tomorrow, they could lift them over the top because they have the talent.
And they have to. They got to get it done. They got to get it done. All right, Dana, hit us with your first pick. Who do you like tonight for our viewers to get the edge with?
Okay, first play, guys, is going to be Carolina in Florida, and I'm going to go under that under 5 plus 121 on this. And I don't know, maybe the bookmakers know something that I don't, but I can tell you this: a lot of times this year we see lines that normally, if they look strange, that means that you better look at going with the bookmakers. But that's not the case in the NHL. They don't watch these games, and I'm not sure. You look at current form when determining whether the current form matches a year-long tendency, and certainly for the Carolina Panthers and the Hurricanes, they do. Florida has 11 goals in their last 5 games. This still indicates that they're unreliable offensively. And we look at the other side in Carolina, they're even worse. They're 23rd in scoring. They scored just 25 goals in 15 games, and that includes 2 games where they scored 5 goals. So you take those out, and that's 15 goals in 13 games. There's nothing about those numbers that indicate that I want to go over even a low number of 5.
Wow, I like that breakdown. And since you mentioned that game, I'm going to go ahead. I've got one pick, and you know what? It could be the big balls pick of the day.
Balls pick.
Yeah, it's Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete doesn't. He drags in big balls in, but then he doesn't pull the damn trigger. You can't do that.
They're called pucks.
They're called puck. This is a different sport, but I love it. It's still.
Right.
It's
still.
Just,
I get it.
You get it. Florida Panthers, guys. All right, Roberto Luongo. He's going for, if I'm correct, his 453rd win. That's going to put him 1 behind Curtis Joseph. And nobody can tell me that doesn't drive a hockey player, especially at his age, okay, moving forward. But not even that. Panthers went 5-0-0 on a road trip. Looked like, they were diving back into the
and they've
lost. Yeah, exactly.
3 in a row, whatever.
3 in a row. They're trying to avoid a 4-game losing streak right at home. So I think tonight's the night to get it done.
Me too.
I really think that Carolina's just a mess right now. And I'm going big. I'm going on the puck line, and I got it at 5 dimes plus 202. What's your thoughts on that, Dana?
That's my pick too. Well, sorry, I'm not Dana, but go ahead.
You're not. No, you can't compare to Dana. But no, I'm just kidding, buddy. You're a handsome guy. You're a handsome guy.
That's true.
I try to. After Tom Rowe took over, I was really high on Florida because in fact, I've seen them play live a couple times, and I thought that they had purpose with their passes. I love to see teams that get the puck, their defensemen get the pucks up to the forwards quick. I thought they looked a lot better than what they've been playing in the last 4 times, and especially at home. So, this is a game I'll stay away from because I'm telling you, if you want to look at a team that's the epitome of mediocrity, it's Florida, and you never know what you're going to get out of them from one night to the next. So I'll pass on that, but I understand your points, and they have to win eventually at home.
They do.
Did you say you were high in Florida, or did you high on Florida?
High in Florida or high on Florida? I think you're the one. Yeah, he's probably back to
anyway,
what was that? Codeine Carter, the old nickname. But no, seriously, another thing I like.
I'm going to ride that too, by the way.
I got you. Florida's a completely healthy team. All right, This roster's going to be totally 100%.
They're not going to make any deals tonight, too.
I don't think they are, but I really think the big thing is the troops are going to rally around Luongo. Look what he's given to that team, and I think tonight they say, let's do this for the big man.
I like that. That's
I love it. So
that's a great pick. For sure.
Momentum, and so you're on that.
Yeah, they have to. They were really looking like they were going to be that team that get that 8th playoff spot.
Are you going puck line as well?
Let's go for it.
Puck line plus
go big or go home.
Dana, go big or go home. Dana, you're not going to jump in the money truck with us, but tomorrow or Well, wait a minute. You'll be out on assignment Thursday. But I don't want to hear no crying on Thursday that, you guys should have stopped back by the house and picked me up. I don't want to hear all that. So that's right. You're going to have to do some online playing right there. Yep. All right, guys. Dana,
as long as Florida wins 4-0, I'm happy.
Okay. Jesus, I love it. Yeah, we'll
be all happy.
Yeah, we'll all be happy, and the bookie will be paying the tab on that one. Dana, hit us with your second pick. What else do you like to cash tonight?
The second pick, I'm going to go on a puck line, but instead of laying it, I'm going to take it plus 1.5, plus $1.05 with the Coyotes over the Boston Bruins. And I know that I've been huge on the Bruins, but here's a bad spot for Boston, and I'm always leery about a team that comes off of a successful road trip. Boston has not been Boston has not been a team that you could count on to play well at home.
Yeah.
And there's one factor in this game, guys, and the day before the trade deadline, this potentially could be Shane Doan's last game in a Coyotes uniform. You don't think those guys are going to be playing hard for him? I definitely think that they will. This is a Coyotes team that's won 6 out of their last 11 games. They have not embarrassed themselves. They played hard for Dave Tippett, despite the fact that they've known for a very long time that they would not make the playoffs. I think you're going to get a huge effort tonight out of them, and I'll take the 1.5 plus $1.05 against the Boston Bruin team that is one of the better teams in the Eastern Conference for sure, but way overpriced in this one.
Yeah, nice breakdown, because I think it's definitely could be a letdown spot. And as you said, they're just not a dominant home team. How long has Gretzky been gone from Arizona, or Phoenix?
Well, he retired in
No, I'm talking about from coaching and GM and everything. I know where he retired. By God, what the hell are you on today?
Talking about coaching?
I'm talking yeah.
I don't know.
Dana, help me out with that one.
It's got to be at least 10 years now.
He's been out of the NHL for that long.
As far as coaching Arizona, he has, yeah.
Wow.
Matter of fact, the NHL just brought him back as an ambassador during the All-Star game weekend, but he's been gone out of Arizona for quite
I dropped him in my fantasy league last week. Hasn't getting any points this year at all.
That's okay. I just dropped Rick Tocchet, so we're fine.
There you go. Scotty, you got another pick? Why stop now, right?
I got another pick. Okay, I'm taking a hot team right now that had a great road trip. I think they won't beat everybody. Winnipeg Jets at home, playing the Minnesota Wild. I know Minnesota is playing really well. They played last night in a great game. They're going to be a little tired, and they have the mumps. The Canucks had the mumps, and these teams got the mumps. So they're sitting two-star players tonight.
Okay.
So
I remember I had the mumps
Winnipeg
when I was little.
minus 115.
I got to stay home from school. That was cool. Hell yeah, I'm glad I got the mumps. All right, you're taking Winnipeg.
Well, Winnipeg minus 115 at home against the Minnesota Wild.
All right. Dana, what's your thoughts on that? Can the Wild, after, this is a back-to-back for them. I had one of my Twitter followers asked if you think that Winnipeg might be the advantage in the first period because of the back-to-back, and they specifically wanted me to ask you.
Yeah, I mean, you certainly can look at that, but I will say this, Mike. When there are some injuries, I mean, again, the general public is all over, hey, look, this guy is out, so that means they're undermanned. And at least for one game, I always look at it differently. I say this is an opportunity for somebody else to give 100% and get more minutes. And you can believe that person, whoever that is going to probably play above what they're capable of playing, at least for one night. I mean, we remember early in the season when the Nashville Predators also had sickness going through their locker room. They had 5 players out, and they still came in and beat the Detroit Red Wings. Everybody was on the Red Wings that night. So I don't get too excited about guys being out, like Shattenkirk being out for St. Louis tonight. Well, great. That's just an opportunity for Pietrangelo and Parenko to step up their game.
Yeah.
So, I don't – the whole is going to – you're going to see the whole 2 and 3 games down the road. I just don't think it has an immediate impact.
And you know what? Another analogy to this is very similar. In basketball last week, there was an emotional trade. DeMarcus Cousins gets traded from Sacramento. The first game, that team played on so much emotion. It wore them out. But you know what? They stepped up. They got it done. And then the next couple games, there's the residual effect. I like that breakdown.
Do you talk a lot about hockey in your basketball shows?
A little bit, yeah. I think you had to throw that in there, you wise ass. All right, hey, what do you think, Dana? Do you have any other picks, or is that it for us?
No, we're going to just also go along with what we just said. The Edmonton-St. Louis game under 5, and we're going to take it plus 121. Everybody, immediately thinks, hey, Shattenkirk is traded, so we're going to go over on that. The under in this series is 17-8-3, and the Oilers' last 28 games versus the Central, rather, and 14-6-2 versus the West. So the Oilers play slow down hockey against the Central Division. I don't think that's going to change tonight, and I'm not going to overreact just because Shattenkirk's not there tonight. So we're going to go under 5.
You're taking the under?
5 plus 121.
Under 5 plus 121.
Remember, guys, tonight there could be some deals, right, this afternoon. So check the lines. Oh, yeah. They might change quite a bit. Depends on what happens.
Absolutely. And you also do our viewers a favor.
Yeah.
And Dana, you as well. Please be tweeting when there is a big update, if there's a big trade, or if there's even a trade that involves one of y'all's picks, and give your feelings, whether you're going to weigh off, you're going to pull, you're going to hedge your bet. What are you going to do? So please keep our viewers informed. And another thing, hashtag AskSBR. All right, that's for our viewers out there. This is the sharpest tool in the industry, guys. Hashtag AskSBR. Ask. Write it. No, write it down. Unbelievable. On assignment cannot come soon enough. Trust me. Oh, my God. All right, viewers, you heard it. That's a wrap for the Puckheads. But guess what? We're going to be back Thursday, Dana and I. And then the following Tuesday, Scotty Carter will be back with us. And if I'm correct, the week after that, you're going to be in the studio both times a week. Is that true?
I think for the next 3 weeks, I'll be just on Tuesdays. But after that, I'll be every day again.
Okay, because when playoffs come, I've had a lot of requests for us to maybe throw in an extra show for all the action. So I'm open to it, and hopefully you guys are as well. All right, Dana, have a great day. Thanks again for all of your insight and your input. Let's get it done tonight and say hello to the family.
All right, guys. You have a great day, and best of luck to you. And just so you know, we're on a little bit of a run here. We've hit 6 out of 9, so let's keep that going tonight.
Ooh, I like that. I'm glad you threw that out there. And don't forget, viewers, at Canuck Carter and also at Dana Lane Sports, so don't miss it. And these guys are doing their tweeting, which is some of their best work. Again, Carter 4-4 last night with his tweets. Check that out as well. All right, we'll say goodbye. Let's get out of here. I got to get going.
Hey, who won the Academy Award Best Picture?
I don't know. I think it was Will Smith, Will Ferrell or something. I don't know.
Do your research before you bet. Check out our ratings guide to see which books have the best ratings and sign-up bonuses. Open up several accounts. Shop for lines at sbrodds.com. Always be ahead of the game.